Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing The Mandalorian Season 3, Chapter 21, The Pirate, which was written by Jon Favreau and directed by Peter Ramsey and was released on March 29th, 2023, which I thought was another alright episode. I haven't been crazy for this season so far, mainly just because I felt like there hasn't been as much, urgency in the story, I guess. I don't know. So stuff has been happening, but it hasn't been felt urgent, which this episode does, start to build stuff up. There's some good developments, mainly towards the end of the episode, which I'm hoping it leads to a great final 3 episodes, because all those developments at the end probably made me the most excited this season I've been for where the show's going. So I am excited for all that. But this episode, we do see the return of a few characters from the previous seasons of this series, but also some other Star Wars stories, which was awesome. It was mainly just one, which was really cool. I really love that, which I'll get into that more in a moment. But one of those characters from The Mandalorian was Captain Carson Teva, which, I liked the little bit we got of him in season 2, so I was excited to get more of him. And, I continued to like him in this episode. Because of that, we do see more with the New Republic, which is this, more the same from the episode earlier in this season. Basically, they're, not willing to do stuff because they're being too much stuff. But the episode, it starts on Navarro, and it gets attacked by those pirates from Chapter 17. So we see Grief Karga send a distress message to Carson Teva, which we see him at this New Republic base on some island world. One thing I liked about the scene was the music. It felt very much like a war movie from about like Vietnam or something like that. But we see Teva in kind of like a cantina, I guess. Which we do see the characters Trapper Wolf, Jib Dodger, and Sass Ketter, the X-Wing pilots we saw in Chapter 6, who were played by the directors Dave Filoni, Rick Famuyiwa, and Deborah Chow. So it was nice to see them again. Obviously, they're kind of just in the background. They don't have any like actual lines or actual shots, but you do see them, which I do find it funny because Trapper Wolf is wearing which is Dave Filoni's character, is wearing his signature cowboy hat. I found that funny. But we see Teva listen to the message from Grief Karga, basically just asking him for help because there's pirates attacking Navarro. But once he's done listening to the message, Zeb walks up to the bar and talks to Teva, which was just crazy. I was not expecting it at all. He just like pops up. But I love that. And also, he actually looked really great. They went with a CGI model instead, and it looked phenomenal. Like it, was really good looking. He was voiced by Steve Bloom, so I loved all that. Which, I was kind of wondering if he would be appearing in Ahsoka, because Sabine's going to be appearing. Hera and Chopper and most likely Ezra will all be in that show. I was always wondering if Zeb would be showing up, which I think is pretty much probably confirmed, so at least maybe appear in an episode. Seems like he's still doing stuff with the New Republic, so obviously I don't really know what all the other characters are currently doing right now. Obviously Sabine's still on Lothal, so I think, obviously I don't know, we'll eventually see. But this makes me even more excited for that series. But we see Zeb and Teva talking about the New Republic and trying to get them to help out Navarro, which, they say that they probably won't. So Teva says he's going to go straight to Coruscant to speak face-to-face with them, which he then goes there and he talks to this one dude. I don't know the character's name. They might have said it and I didn't remember. The actor who played him was Tim Meadows, I guess was his name. He looked familiar. I don't know if I've actually ever seen anything that Tim Meadows is starting, but in the scene he looked familiar, so I had to look him up, and that's who it is. I might have seen something tonight, I don't know. But Teva shows him the message, and he's like, I don't know. And Elia Kane is there and pops into the office, and is like, Navarro hasn't signed with the New Republic yet, so the dude is like, we can't help out. Which we see Teva obviously upset about that, and obviously has some very big disdain for Kane, knowing that she was part of the embassy program and was with the Imperials beforehand, which he tells them that she's been liberated by the New Republic, which we know that's not true. I'm 100% sure that she's working with Gideon definitely with some stuff we see later in the episode. But, obviously Teva can't get the help of the New Republic, so he finds Din's covert, thanks to the help of R5, who I guess, was, who gave Teva the covert's location. But we see Teva, tell Din and the others that Karga and the people of Navarro need their help, which, he then talks to Din more one-on-one, saying that he has a feeling the pirates might be related to the Empire. He isn't sure. Earlier in the scene, when Teva was talking to the New Republic officer, I forgot to mention, but he does mention that he has a feeling the pirates are related to the Empire and whatnot, which, dude is like, oh, that's a bold claim. But, Teva, tells Din that, even if it's not about the Empire, he's going to Din to ask him to help his friend out, which after Teva leaves, Din talks to all the Mandalorians, asking for them to help fight these pirates on Navarro, and he does mention that Karga did try to kill them beforehand, and, Karga's bounty hunters did kill some of them, but Din says that Karga has changed since then and has become a better man, but also because Teva now knows where the covert is, they're going to have to relocate, and Din mentions that Karga offered him land on Navarro, so if they help out, Karga can then, give them that land, and they can use that land to instead live out in the open instead of hiding, which we see Paz Vizsla get up and talk. He talks about how Karga tried to kill them and whatnot, and he makes it like he's going to disagree with Din, but then he says, Din and Bo saved his son, and, basically says Din says Karga is a changed man, they should help them out, which we then see them plan their attack and whatnot, which Din is going to go in and distract the pirates in the N1, get some of their snub fighters to follow him, and then Bo will head in and drop off a bunch of the other Mandos so they can go onto the ground and attack there, while Bo fights the main flagship, Gorn Shard's flagship, which we see them go in and pull all that off. It was solid action. I enjoyed it. There's one scene definitely with the armor where she sneaks up on some dudes and takes them out with her hammers. That was probably my favorite action scene in the episode. I will say I do wish we got more with the dog fighting scenes of Din fighting the snub fighters and Bo going after the Gorn Shard's flagship. Because so far this season, all the spaceship dog fighting stuff has been really great. I've really loved it all, and I would have loved getting more. I probably would have liked this fighting the pirates a lot more if that was the case, because I still thought it was solid. I just wasn't crazy into it. Like I mentioned, that the scene with the armor was cool. I like that, but everything else just was solid, but not like anything crazy. I just wasn't as into it. But we see Din take out all the snub fighters except for the one the pirate Vane is flying, which he's the one we mainly saw in chapter 17. And when it seems like the pirates are going to lose, he just we see him call up Gorn Shard and is like, yo, peace, I'm leaving, and he flees the scene, which Din and Bo are then able to take out Gorn Shard's flagship, which it crashes to the ground, and Shard goes down with the ship. But afterwards, we see the Mandos and the citizens of Navarro listening to a speech from Karga saying that the Mandalorians are now welcome into their community as everyone cheers. But afterwards, Paz goes up to Bo, telling her that the armor wants to speak with her. So we see Bo go down to that old forge where the Mandalorian covert was in season 1. But the armor talks to Bo about this forge and how it was used for the covert. Also mentions the Great One on Mandalore. But after all that, the armor tells Bo to remove her helmet, which Bo hesitates at first, but does what the armor tells her to do, which the armor tells Bo that she has walked both ways, referring to their way and the other way. And because Bo talks of seeing the mythosaur, something the armor thought was just a legend, and if what Bo says is true, that means she is the one who can unite the people of Mandalore. So they head back up outside, and Bo walks without her helmet towards everyone else, which are all surprised to see her like that. But the armor tells them what she told Bo, how she's walked both ways, and that she's going to go out into the galaxy to find other Mandalorians in exile so she can reunite all Mandalorians, and so they can retake Mandalore, which we see the Mandalorians seemingly agree to that, which I like this development. I'm still not fully with the Children of the Watch. I still do think they're a cult, but I guess they want us to like them. And obviously, so far the armor, what we've seen of her, like, she's maybe not a bad person. I still think how the Children of the Watch do stuff is very cult-like, though, with the helmets. I'm still not a big fan of that, but I do like the idea of Bo going out into the galaxy to reunite Mandalorians. I do wish we maybe got to that plot point sooner in the season, so there would have been more episodes to it, but obviously, if that was the case, it could have maybe dragged out too long. But, I am interested to see where she'll go, which Mandalorian she'll find, which I'll talk about that more in a moment. But, the episode then ends with Carson Teva and his X-Wing coming across a destroyed Lambda shuttle in space, which he calls up one dude who says it seems like it's the one that was transporting Moff Gideon to a prison or whatever, which Teva sends a camera probe thingy from his droid into the ship, which he finds no trace of Gideon, just all he finds is his dead New Republic officers, but he does find a piece of pure Beskar, kind of seemingly like that's destroyed the ship or something like that, alluding to that Mandalorians were the ones to break him free. But that is where the episode ends, on a kind of cliffhanger, which I am interested in what that means, like who the Mandalorians were. Maybe Moff Gideon's framing Mandalorians. I don't know. Maybe there's an evil group of Mandalorians out there who's in league with Moff Gideon. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But like I said, I'm happy that it's finally starting to pick up the pace with the story. Obviously, chapters 19 and 20 were setting up a lot of this stuff. So looking back, I do think it worked, but I still think it could have been done better with those episodes. And even with this episode, most of it wasn't until like the final 10, 15 minutes of the episode. So there still was a lot of other stuff going on in this episode, which was mostly about fighting those pirates, which I just wasn't as into it. There was some cool action scenes, but I just wasn't as crazy. But right now I am probably the most excited I have been for where this season is going. Mainly because now I feel like there's more of a goal and more conflict, which just wasn't as present in chapters 19 and 20. But I am interested to see where everything is going with Teva and finding out more about Moff Gideon. I assume we probably won't see that until near the... I don't know. I don't know when we'll see it again. Hopefully next episode. But there's a possibility we don't see it until the last one. Seeing Zeb in live action was great. I loved Zeb along with the rest of the Ghost crew and Rebels. So I'm excited to see them in live action. Maybe we'll see Sabine for the first time. Maybe next episode. It is co-written by Filoni. And Bo might know where she is, so she might head, to her. But also Bo, I assume maybe she'll probably find, what were their names? The Mandalorians she was with in season 2, Axe Woes, and I'm forgetting the name of the other one. Maybe she'll go find them. Maybe some other ones. I don't know. Those are obviously ones we know are possibilities. Maybe some new ones. But like I said, I just wasn't, with this episode, just wasn't crazy about the stuff with the pirates and Navarro. And that was most of the episode. So I liked everything surrounding that. But because that was pretty much what the episode was about, I just wasn't crazy about that. So yeah, but my grade, I'm going to give this one a B. So yeah, hopefully the next 3 episodes pick up. Because, even these last 3 episodes I've so enjoyed. There's been some really great moments in them. I just wish the whole episode was as solid. Like I mentioned, I really like those final scenes in this one, but stuff with the pirates, just wish I enjoyed that more. Hopefully these final 3 episodes pick up there. But anyways, that's going to be it for this one. You just got my reviews on the first several episodes of season 3 and all my other videos and everything else I do. But I've been Zarzine. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
When it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Hang on, kid.